It was a warm Friday evening in the quiet suburb of Green Hollow, Virginia, the kind of neighborhood where the biggest scandal used to be someone's trash can left out too long. Perfect lawns, white fences, dog walkers waving to each other. No one could have guessed that one of those houses, the beautiful Colonial at 217 Cedarwood Lane, was hiding a secret darker than anything they'd ever imagine. That was the night Emily Carter, a 19-year-old college sophomore, first stepped into that house. She'd been looking for extra money to cover her tuition when she saw the flyer on the campus bulletin board: weekend babysitter needed, good pay, family home, references required. It seemed like a blessing. The couple who hired her, Dr. Stephen and Lisa Harrington, looked like the American dream personified. He was a pediatric surgeon. They had two kids, 8-year-old Mia and 5-year-old Caleb, both blonde, well-mannered, polite to the point of eeriness. When Emily met them for the first time, she thought they're too perfect. Everything about the house felt meticulously arranged, not just clean, but controlled. Family photos on the walls, all smiling. No clutter, no warmth. Lisa greeted her with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. Stephen, though, was charming. Too charming. His handshake lingered a little longer than it should have. His compliments came too easily. Still, Emily brushed it off. She needed the job. That first night seemed normal. Pizza for dinner, cartoons before bed, and a long list of house rules. Rule number 1, the kids go to bed by 8 o'clock sharp. Rule number 2, no phone calls after 9 o'clock. Rule number 3, never open the basement door. Emily had laughed. Why? Is it haunted? Lisa's smile froze. It's just storage. You don't need to go down there, and that was that. The first few weeks went smoothly. The Harringtons were always polite, though distant. The kids, however, were strange. They barely spoke at dinner. When they did, it was in whispers, glancing nervously toward their parents before answering even simple questions. Sometimes, when Emily tucked them in, Mia would ask things like, "Do you ever get scared at night?" Scared of what? The voices in the basement. Emily would laugh it off, assuming the girl had an overactive imagination. But then, one night, she heard it too. A faint sound. A muffled crying, soft and rhythmic, coming from below the kitchen floor. She froze. It was past midnight. The kids were asleep upstairs. She turned off the TV, held her breath, and listened. There it was again. It wasn't a TV. It wasn't the pipes. It was unmistakably human. The next morning, she asked Lisa casually, "Hey, does your basement leak or something? I thought I heard something last night." Lisa's face went pale. She quickly said, "Old pipes. They make noise sometimes. Don't worry about it." Then she changed the subject. Emily couldn't shake it off. Something was wrong in that house. A few days later, she noticed something else: a padlock on the basement door. She hadn't seen it before. That same night, when the parents left for dinner, Emily decided she'd take a look. Just a peek. She waited until the kids were asleep, then found the key hanging on the hook near the back door. Her heart raced as she slid it into the lock. It clicked open. The smell hit her first: damp, metallic, sour. The basement was dark, lit only by a weak bulb swinging from the ceiling. Boxes stacked neatly, a washing machine, and a door. Another door, heavy, reinforced with metal. From behind it, she heard a faint sound, a whimper. "Hello," she whispered. The sound stopped. Her fingers trembled as she reached for the handle, but before she could open it, a small hand grabbed hers. It was Mia. Tears streamed down her face. "Don't," the girl whispered. "He'll be angry if you open it." Emily froze. "Who? Daddy?" The next morning, Emily quit. She texted Lisa, saying she couldn't continue because of school schedule changes. Lisa didn't argue. She just replied, "Thank you for your time." But a week later, Emily saw something on the local news that made her blood run cold. Missing woman found dead in Green Hollow basement. She recognized the house immediately: the white Colonial on Cedarwood Lane. The footage showed police swarming the home, carrying out boxes, yellow tape everywhere. The news anchor said the victim had been missing for over a year. Her name was Grace Holloway, a local nanny who had vanished while working for the Harringtons. She'd been found behind that second door in the basement. Stephen Harrington was arrested on multiple counts: kidnapping, false imprisonment, and homicide. Lisa was charged as an accomplice. According to the investigation, Stephen had kept Grace locked there for months. When she tried to escape, he killed her. Lisa had known the entire time and done nothing. The police said the children had been conditioned, trained to keep quiet. They'd been threatened, manipulated, told it was for their own good. When investigators questioned Emily, she told them about the noises, the locked door, and Mia's warning. One detective said softly, "You were lucky. If you'd opened that door, you might have ended up like her." Emily didn't sleep for weeks after that. She moved out of town before the trial began. But sometimes, when she's alone at night, she still dreams of that house. The smell, the basement, the sound of quiet crying. And in her dreams, she hears a child's voice whisper, "He's still here."